Kia ora. Today I have been working on a layout using a gorgeous cut file created by Virginia Walker that she has shared for free on her Facebook group Confessions of a Paper Addict. This cut file is absolutely beautiful with many details in it, gorgeous florals, and I guess for the month of February the heart shape in the centre there where it doesn't have any of the flowers or butterflies or anything is quite appropriate. So what I am doing here is I am backing each of the pieces of it, and then I will later on fussy cut around these so that they fit tucked in just behind each of the pieces of this page. This is a really good job to do when you sit down and watch a movie or when you are sitting quietly doing something somewhere, because the actual cutting around all the pieces does actually take a bit of time, but it's quite therapeutic as well. So I'm just going to do a couple here and then I will go off screen to do the rest. So what I did is I went round to choose the pieces that went behind each of the patterns was sort of create a bit of a balance. So thinking I didn't want too many of the same colours too close. I wanted to mix up the bold, spread out so they weren't all in the same place. So here I am just going through the papers from a few of our different collections, working out what will work, what fits with the theme of family, which is the photo that I've chosen to link with this page. The photo is of our family on the evening of my daughter's birthday after we'd been out for a meal. It's been a tricky summer to have us all together in one place, and the photo is kind of a tongue-in-cheek effort at getting a family shot together this summer. So most of us aren't necessarily looking at the camera or showing our best selves. There's one child even sitting or checking her phone. And my son's being a bit cheeky there behind my husband. So I'm going to create sort of a few layers behind my photograph, and I've chosen a few of the scrap pieces of paper that I'm just going to layer up here. And I'm just roughly cutting around these. I will adhere them using some foam tape, just like I'm going to use some foam tape in behind or I use some foam tape in behind the cut file as well. So this is a thin foam tape and it's adhesive on both sides, making it nice and easy for sticking down something like a cut file. So I chose to pop this photo over to the right hand side of this page, mainly because everyone other than myself is leaning into the photograph. So my son is sort of leaning on the back of my husband there, and that it sort of leads you back into the layout to take another look at some of the other elements on the page. So here I'm just using the wider and thinner tape. It's all the same depth, so it's the same actual thickness when it's going to be stuck down. I'm peeling off the pieces and sort of laying it down there, thinking about where it fits before pressing it down. So that's got a lot of nice depth in there. Now when I'm sticking the photo on, I'm a little bit aware of the fact that some of it will need to be lifted up from the page, just like the file in the background, and other parts of it can just have normal tape runner on there. So I've stuck that down. So now's the kind of the fun bit of working out how to embellish it, and I've chosen a couple of stamps in here, and these are just from one of the sets. Again, it's a little bit of tongue-in-cheek on this stamp. These are called Quotable Words, and this is part of our Story by Stacey collection. And while it's got the words that I've stamped on there say the most treasured heirlooms are the sweet memories of family, this memory probably isn't so sweet, but it's kind of tongue-in-cheek and it's a bit fun. And so it's got this right here written on the arrow as well. So I've used a few different collections, especially when it comes to backing the cut file. However, the main papers I have used throughout this are the I Heart Us collection. It just seemed to have the colours that worked best with this photo. So just continuing to stick bits on. Got the stickers. There's some chipboardy pieces here from some of the compliments and some other stickers that I've tucked in at different places on here. So the chipboard pieces did need to be glued down separately, but the actual stickers are able to be stuck straight on the page, which is the ones I'm doing right here. So just choosing appropriate places just to put things in to add a little bit more detail, a bit more depth. And that's another wee sticker there, just a banner sticking out. And I think that's pretty much it. So now I'm moving on to some of the sequins. These are just a few. They've got a little bit of a or kind of a metallic sheen to them as they're going on. So just placing them at different points around the page, just to add a bit more interest and detail to what's going on this layout. Looking at it, it's quite nice having, yes, there's a collection of people in a smaller photo. However, the photo does, your eye is drawn to the photo, which is what I was wanting to achieve. Thanks for watching.